concepts you learned so many in jQuery. So how to enable jQuery, how jQuery refers elements, how to use various jQuery methods. Actually, some jQuery methods are very clean and simple to handle them. So what are those jQuery methods actually? See, I will open that. So in this yesterday, we saw how to use button click, how dynamically adding elements is different, all these things. So we learned uh, about jQuery, jQuery library methods, jQuery library methods we learned. These jQuery library methods are used for in this referring elements. Another one, DOM manipulations. Referring elements, DOM manipulations. Yesterday I showed you. So DOM manipulations I showed you. One more point I will show here. For example, let's say this is a normal page. We have a paragraph. Suppose welcome. And it is some paragraph welcome available. Yesterday I given some methods. Those methods are simple actually. What are those methods is, suppose below the welcome, I want to add some text before, after. I given some methods now. So dollar, we have to use paragraph dot what append. Append means what? Append means suffix. It will add as suffix. So append I given some hello, and you can see it will add right side. If I use prepend, what it will do? Before. So prepend means it will be before. We have options like what? Before is above na, and we have option like what? After means below, right? Append, prepend, before, after, these are general basic things. So those methods are simple methods. We discussed about events. Events in jQuery. We discussed that all events will use event listener. They use event listener. Then how to collect event arguments. Already in jQuery, JavaScript events you learned. If it is a listener, it will have only one argument. How you can get event details and element details. For example, we have a button, click. So the button is having an ID, btn insert. Suppose name is insert. Like this we are having. Now, how do we access the functionalities? So dollar hash, what is it? Btn insert dot what? Click on that a callback function. Now actually this function can use a event argument E. That event argument can access both element details and event details. In JavaScript, you learned event listener. Event listener can have how many arguments? Only one. Event handler, event listener. So in listener, only one will be there, but it can access both. How? Suppose I will use console log. I want to get button ID. How to get button ID? In JavaScript, you learned you have to use e.target. Element details are accessible by using target. Event details are accessible directly now. Element details are accessed by using target. Target dot what? ID. Suppose in the next line, I want to access, so button name. How do we access button name? E dot target dot name. In the next line, I want to access exposition. Exposition, how to access? So to access exposition, E dot directly what? Client X, it will get the exposition. So these are nothing but event related arguments. Earlier in JavaScript also we saw the same. When I click the button, the event fires up, it will get all. Event details are accessed by using one event argument. So here one more point I will give. jQuery event arguments. jQuery event arguments. jQuery uses event listener, which allows a default event object in callback. So event object can access both element and event details. It can access both element and event details. So button click will have a callback function. E dot target dot ID, E dot target dot name, E dot target dot class name, like this. E dot client X, E dot client Y. So E dot key code, like this. So event arguments. So in jQuery, DOM manipulation, DOM interactions have some special methods. You can use them. Yesterday I showed you how to collect the value and use it. Now one more concept here is, another important concept is you need to know about jQuery Sass methods. Already in JavaScript, you learned Ajax methods. What are JavaScript Ajax methods? So JavaScript Ajax methods, XML HTTP request, another one fetch. What is difference? What is difference? Fetch will return always in a binary form. But what is the problem? We have to convert the data, right? We have to convert the data from binary to JSON. XML, HTTP also same. You have to convert the string into JSON. Conversions are important, but what is speciality about fetch? It is a promise. It is asynchronous, na? So when we learned in JavaScript, we learned that JavaScript AJAX have some new features. Means fetch have some new features, but still fetch is not satisfied. So jQuery, React, Angular, they have their own AJAX library. What is their claim? jQuery says that we are better than fetch. React says we are better than jQuery, right? Because jQuery also have some limits. Those can be solved in more advanced. So it's every technology have some drawbacks, issues are there. So what is about jQuery methods is, what is the concept about jQuery AJAX methods? Concept is same. So jQuery handles XML HTTP request by using built-in built-in AJAX methods. So built-in AJAX methods. XML HTTP request using built-in AJAX methods. We have ready-made jQuery AJAX methods. So actually, we have AJAX methods. One is $.AJAX. So $.get JSON like this. Some built-in AJAX methods are present. What is the speciality of these AJAX methods is, remember, internally they will use same, which object? XML HTTP. When compared to fetch, they say that we are little better. Obviously, when compared to fetch, they are better, but still not completely satisfied also. That's the reason people in real time use other third parties which are little better than AJAX. jQuery AJAX. jQuery AJAX methods, what they say about them is, so uh, it is async by default. Another important is that is okay, it is async by default. Another important is it returns data in native format, in a native format. So explicit conversions are not required. It returns data in native format, so explicit conversions are not required. But have issues. Explicit conversions are not required. It returns data in the native format. That means, what does it means? You connecting with a HTML file, it returns in HTML. You are dealing with XML file, it returns in XML. JSON will return JSON. Not only that, it is better in error handling. It is better in error handling. It is better in error handling when compared with whom? When compared to what? Fetch. When compared to fetch, it is better in error handling. Some good error tracking methods are present. So it is better in error handling. So AJAX have one more important point is, it is okay, better in error handling. So it is better in XSRF and coarse. So this is cross-site request forgery and cross-site scripting attack. So cross-origin resource sharing. It is better, but not completely perfect. That is the reason we are not satisfied with what jQuery Ajax will provide. Cross-site request forgeries and cross-origin resource sharing. So because conversions are not there, then it will not block the data. Without blocking, it can easily send the data. So that is good about jQuery Ajax. But it is not perfect in them. Several issues are still there. That's the reason React Angular like technologies says that better use more than this. That means there are several more third parties, which you will learn in React and all, how to use those third parties. So actually we have third party called Axios. Axios is better than jQuery Ajax. Then we will use this in advanced libraries. We don't use jQuery Ajax. But we will see how it works here. Suppose we want to fetch data and we want to display data. Let's put a drop down roughly. Now, how do we fetch the data? So here we have to use $.ajax. Ajax have some important settings. What are the settings? First, Ajax requires a method. What is the Ajax method? Ajax method get, post, put, delete. These are Ajax methods. So we have get because we are fetching the data. Okay. From where? URL. It requires an URL. URL is http colon double slash. You have your own APIs, you can use them, or fake store api.com slash what products slash some categories like this. Okay. After that, we have success. Success uses a callback function. This function will collect the data. Data is what? Categories. So just present wherever you want. That means I want to read all the categories and present in dropdown. So what to do? We have to use categories dot map read every category, and for every category what to do? We have to create dollar. Yesterday I showed you. We have to create an option, and inside the option we have to display what? Category, and we have to append to which one? Select. That's it. Now we have another option. Another option is failure. That means it have error. Error indicates what should happen on error. On error, it can get the error object. So generally we call it as XML jQuery. So XML HTTP request object. Actually, it is XML HTTP. You can use any name, doesn't matter. This is just a formal name and it will return the error object. Actually, it will return the error status also. Now, what is the purpose of this one is nothing but it can report the error. That means console.log, we can use jQuery XHR. That means if there is any problem in fetching, are there any issues in fetching, it will report the errors. It is just like your catch. In fetch, you use then catch. It is nothing but success and error. Now, what is the new thing you have seen is when it is success with the URL, it will directly use the data, no conversions. I'm not converting any JSON or anything. So whatever data comes, use it directly. It can use the data directly. That means conversions are not required. Now, actually, in this, all the data is loaded. That's the same thing. But when compared to fetch, this is little better in security. This is little better in error handling. So it is little better when compared to fetch. But we have more better than jQuery. So it has not great features. Okay. We have more better than jQuery, which you will later learn in technologies. For example, you see npmjs.com. npmjs is Node Package Manager official website. You see, we have a third party called Axios. This Axios is a third party. You see Axios, what it is. So this Axios, you can see its features. It will also make XML HTTP requests. It is also promise based. It will directly use the data without any conversions. It can cancel the requests, which is not there in many technologies. You can't cancel the request. It can cancel the request. It can handle the issues like XSRF. Actually, several more features are there which are satisfying to developers up to certain extent. Still, it also have problem. That means some people are still not satisfied with this. They buy some more third party. You know, we have third party. We can buy and use them, right? So technically, these are okay, but they are not great every time. jQuery more better than jQuery. You have so many. You search in npm jQuery Ajax. When you search for jQuery Ajax, they will show you so many third party. They will give you so many third party. You can observe here. So many are there, 50 pages. There are so many. You can use them, but everyone have their own drawbacks and advantages. So jQuery have its own native method of making an Ajax request. This Ajax request is better when compared to whom? When compared to XML, HTTP, and fetch. Fetch is better than XML, HTTP. This is better than that. In future, you will learn more better than this when you are dealing with other technologies, right? But what is one good advantage for these people is this jQuery Ajax. When you are using Ajax, you can track Ajax lifecycle. Ajax have lifecycle methods. I will show you syntactically first. How do we use Ajax? Dollar dot Ajax in the Ajax settings. What we have in Ajax settings? Method. Method can be get, post, put, delete. These are the methods. We have URL. So we have success. Actually, there will be data. This is nothing but data to submit on post or put like that. So we have success gets the data, and on error it will get error object. So what is another specialty is, so jQuery provides Ajax lifecycle methods to track Ajax request at various phases. So it have like, so we have like Ajax start, Ajax stop, actually Ajax success, Ajax complete. So Ajax error. These are all Ajax lifecycle methods. Ajax start, Ajax stop, Ajax success, Ajax complete, error. Right. So in JavaScript, whatever you learned as examples, you can replicate them into jQuery. If you are dealing with APIs, use Ajax. So jQuery Ajax methods. For example, you see here, suppose what are these lifecycle methods? See, at the end of your jQuery, we can add that Ajax methods. How to add the Ajax methods? You see dot Ajax start. Ajax starts uses a callback. In the callback, we will put an alert. What is that alert is? Ajax request initiated. That is nothing but Ajax start. After that, we have Ajax success. Ajax success. Ajax success is nothing but we will keep an alert saying that Ajax request processed, processed successfully, successfully. That is the message we are giving. We have another one, Ajax complete, Ajax complete. So we will put an alert. So Ajax process completed, request processed and process completed. And we have Ajax stop. On Ajax stop, we will put a message. Alert is nothing but response is ready. Response is ready. You can now start using the response, right? You see now what happens here. When I run this automatically, you can see when I run Ajax request initiated. After that, OK, Ajax request processed successfully. After that, OK, Ajax process complete. After that, response is ready. When I say OK, the data will load. What is good about so many life cycle phases? We can exactly know where went wrong. That is better in error handling. That means initiation wrong, processing have problem, response have problem, where went wrong. For example, you put an order in Swiggy or Zomato for a food. Now order is delayed. It is delayed in delivering order. Now why it is delayed? Why it is delay? So many phases are there. First, there is a delay in confirming your order. There is a delay in preparing your order. There is a delay in assigning a partner, delivery partner. There is a delay in picking up your order. There is a delay in delivering your order. Where is delay? You can track it. You simply say delay. Previously fetch method, what it is doing? Error. What error? Where error? That is why we discussed that they are not very great in error handling. These are better. Why these are better in error handling? Because in which phase, where went wrong, they can easily track and they can display the messages. Initialization problem. So if there is any issue, then automatically we will have an option. What is it? Ajax error will be there. Ajax error will be there. Ajax error will execute when there is an issue. Alert, we will put something went wrong. So we say something went wrong, wrong. Like this, we will display the message. Now, what happens is if your path is wrong, any issue is there, right? If there is a problem in the path, suppose there is a problem in the path, then usually Ajax request initiated, Ajax request initiated, then something went wrong. It will track the performance. After that, remember, Ajax request is completed and this time response is ready. This response is not data, response is error response. Error response is ready. Response means not success. Response will come in two situations, on success, on failure. On success, data will come as response. On failure, error will come as response. Response is common. So this is one advantage of tracking the performance. These lifecycle methods can track everything and cleanly they will display. Remember, one specialty here is even you don't write this in order, they will execute in this order. For example, what you written, first you written, what is the order? It will execute in the order. Order I will give later. You can put, what is that? First order is this one as I shown in the page. First Ajax request will start, after that success, after that complete, then stop, then error. Error may occur anywhere, but remember, if I write complete above success, then complete will not execute. First success only will execute. That means there is no order in writing, but there is an order in execution. What is that execution order? Execution order is start. After start, we have success. After success, we have what? Complete. Complete. After complete, we have stop. And anytime it can have an error. That's the order. Even you don't write in order, it executes in this order. Right. So that is the point. So I will show you, I will copy this example roughly. That is one good. Ajax have these options. But remember, when you learn React and Angular like technology, we have better than this. They can exactly track what the problem, what's the issue. We have so many third parties. We can use them. So here, this is the concept of how jQuery Ajax works. Now, what you can do is all your examples you can replicate in jQuery. For example, in JavaScript, you designed weather app, right? You can create that here, weather API. Just jQuery based. You designed EMI calculator. You can create that here. You can recreate. I will show you just overview. You try. You have to try that. Let's see. For example, because we learned Ajax, we will see weather API, weather app. Already we done weather app in our JavaScript now. I will show the JavaScript weather app. In JavaScript examples, we have an weather app. Okay. Design is okay. Actually, the logic is coming from weather.js. Actually, that is our JavaScript one. I will copy this design. I will copy In jQuery examples, I will put. Okay, this is weather app jQuery. Okay, I will just paste the design. Design I will put here and only the point. Now don't use the logic from weather.js, delete it. So now what is the design of this? The design of weather app is this. Now what is the concept? You enter any city name and click on search. It should get the weather and show. The city weather should display. Actually for that in JavaScript, I will show in JavaScript what logic we written. In SRC scripts weather.js. You see in JavaScript, what we done is here we have a API key, right? So I will use the API key. You can put in a separate file or we can write in the same file. You can do anywhere. I will copy this. We need to write a script. First, in this, we need to use jQuery. Na? We will link jQuery also. Script source dot dot node modules jQuery dist jQuery.js. Okay. After that script, how to invoke? We have to use a callback function. It will invoke the jQuery. Now in that API key, same, we return the API key. Okay. Next, what you see here, we are using on search click, on this button click, you see there is a button. This is button search. On click, we will remove because we don't have that event anymore. And ID as btn what? Search. Now we have to write a event for this button. And we need to collect the city name from which one? TXT city. TXT city is the city name. So what we have to do? We need to create here search click logic we have to write. How to write search click logic? Dollar hash, what is it? btn search dot what? Click. On click, what functionality you want. You have to write. First, how to get city name? We have to get the city name. How to get city name? Simple. Dollar hash, what is it? txt city dot what? Val. That's it. We don't use document get element by ID and all. We get the city name. Now what about URL? We need API URL. Na? So we will create another one. What is it? URL. How do we write the API URL? API URL, let's go to the previous example. I think this is API URL. Na? Copy this API URL. Na? I will copy the API URL. I will paste that API URL here. Now in this API URL, what to do? The city name coming from city name. API key is coming from API key. API key is already above na? And city name is coming from city name. Whatever city name is there, it is coming from city name. Okay. Now units is equal to metric. This is the URL. Now how to fetch data from this? To fetch the data from this time we have to use dollar dot what? Ajax. What is Ajax method? Method is what? Get. What is the URL? URL is URL na? URL is URL. We already have URL. We will use that URL. Or you can give the name as API URL and all. Right? You can give anything. Suppose I will give this as API underscore URL. So this URL is coming from API URL. Okay, on success, what we have to do? We have to collect the data. Na? That data is nothing but weather object. Am I right? It will return an weather object. Now what we have to do? That weather object should display details. Where the weather object should display details? The weather object should display details here. LBL city. In that LBL city, it should display the city name. How to get the city name? In a weather object, city name is present in directly name property. Na? That means here what we have to do. So we have to use dollar hash. What is it? LBL city dot. In that we want to display text. Text will come from where? You can directly get from city name you entered in text box. Am I right? You can get that, or you can get from where? Weather object dot what? Name. It will get that name. Okay, what is the next one? LBL city is okay. What is the next one? There is a LBL temperature, na? LBL temp. There we want to display temperature. Temperature is present in main dot temp, na? So that we will use. So here we will use dollar. What is it? Hash LBL what? Temp dot what? Text. What is it? Weather object dot main dot temp. And I will use plus some ampersand DEG semicolon. That is nothing but degree symbol, right? It will get a degree symbol. Okay. Only these two details we are using. That means the city name, temperature. Description also, we have LBL description. That means dollar hash. What is it? LBL description. LBL description dot what text. How to get the description? Actually, description we are getting with weather of 0 dot description to uppercase, right? What we have to do? So we have to use data. Data is what? Weather object dot what? Weather of 0 dot description, directly description, yeah. Dot what? Description. Okay, dot to uppercase or anything, whatever you want, you can give. Now you can see on search click, one more thing we have to do. We have to display na. We have to display the details. One technique is there. Actually, what is the container name is details card is there. The details card is hiding. We have to show. In jQuery, animations are built in. That is speciality. In jQuery, animations are built in. You can easily use the animations very effectively. How to use? Actually, in JavaScript, this is hidden. You see display none. We have to show it. Then what we have to do? We have to use what? Display style dot display as what? Block. But actually here what you do is, I will remove this. It is not hiding, it is showing. Now what you do? You enter the details and click on search. It should get that and show. Oh, this degree is not displayed. Why? It is text na. So better don't use text. You use what? HTML, because text is inner text. Inner text content, it will not display HTML. You entered Hyderabad and search, it will get that and show. Now, what is the point? How to hide? How to hide and how to display? How we can hide and display is, speciality of jQuery is jQuery have ready-made techniques, animations. I will show you now. What are the specialties? jQuery have animations like dollar hash. What is it? Its name is details card. You see there is a details card. We will access, what is it? Details card. Details card dot hide. There is a hide method. You apply the hide method, automatically it is by default it should be hidden. That means what is it? Hash details card should be hidden. That means it is hidden. When to show? On search click we have to show. On search click we have to show na. What we have to do? Hash what? Details card. Details card dot what? Show. You can add show and see what happens. I entered the city name and click on this, it will display. And lot of special animation effects are very simply written actually. What we do is, you see, show, I will give as 1000 milliseconds. Then what will happen? You entered the city name and click, then it will show like this. Not only show, you have a lot of effects. That means what you can do is, you can just put another one. Instead of show, you can use fade, fade in, fade out, fade toggle. You can use any animation like fade. That means you entered the city name and click, then it will fade in. That means fade, show. Not only fade, show, we have slide also. You see, we can use slide in. So slide up, slide toggle, slide down. I will give slide down. Then you see, when I click enter city and click, then it will slide down. These are ready-made effects. You just apply them. You can write styles, or we can directly apply the effect. We can directly configure the effect. How to write style? Generally, if you want to write style, so then what you have to do? Dollar, what is it? Hash what? Details card. Details card, you see, there is no style option, but there is an CSS. In the CSS, we have to define property value. Property name is what? Display. What is the value? Value is what? Block. We can use like this. We can add property and value. Which property, which value you can add. You can, if you want a CSS class name, that means we can apply simply here a class, add class. Add class, which class? CSS class name. Multiple classes means you add with spaces. You can apply class or you can apply a style. But style is not applied by using style attribute. What it is? CSS, just by applying CSS. Right? So we don't need this also. We have ready-made methods. We can use them. Right? What are the animation methods to display this weather app? Before that weather app, I will give jQuery. Yeah, first I will give here. Yeah. So jQuery animations. jQuery animations. Animations. So is nothing but actual simple one. So jQuery provides various methods for handling animations. For handling animations. Various methods for handling animations. It provides various methods for handling animations. So what are those? We have slide toggle. So fade, actually fade in, fade out. So fade toggle. So we have like show, we have like hide, all these. So syntactically, just you can access dot, we can just give show and some milliseconds. Toggle specialty is once click it will show, again click it will hide. Actually, you remembered in JavaScript, I showed you toggle logic. We have to manually write. Now simply put this toggle, it will do. That means if I put fade toggle, slide toggle, automatically it will toggle. automatically it is going to toggle. That means you see, suppose slide down. Suppose I given slide toggle. Slide toggle means actually you entered something, you click the button, it will open. Again, click the button, it will hide. That means the same button will show and it will hide. Toggle requires actually some logic, but it already have that. Just you put toggle, right? It can do the work. These are all ready-made written. So that is the reason we can directly make complex animations in a simple way also. So example I will show you. Example I will copy. Actually, this is example. This is weather app. This is an weather app that we designed in JavaScript. Now I replaced that in JQuery. This is one weather app in JQuery. Okay. Now, what about other examples you can try? Because some more events example I will give, like EMI calculator. In EMI calculator, what you done? Amount change. So name change, interest change. We designed EMI calculator, na? Right. So EMI calculator also we designed. Yeah, this is EMI calculator we designed. In this EMI calculator, we have to display the details. This is EMI calculator. In this, what is the logic? When I am sliding, it should get that and show. I am sliding the details, it should get that and display, and calculate, it should calculate and show. All logic is same, only events are different now. How? So we have to write on change for this slider, on change for this slider. Then on change, get the value from slider and show in text box. Text box. Let's see. I will copy this example, and this is jQuery. So EMI jQuery app dot html. I will paste that, but I will remove this JS file, and I will use our script source node modules jQuery dist jQuery.js, and we will put a script. Of course, you can write another file from there, you can import it. I'm just keeping everything in this. In other file, when you write jQuery, make sure that all the jQuery logic is inside this. If you write in an external file also, you should make sure this all is in that. Okay. Now let's do the work. Actually, we have text boxes, txt amount, txt years, rate. On change, I need to remove now, na? Amount change, year change, rate change, range rate, range amount, and range years. Okay, we need to display them, and calculate click also I need to change. Calculate click also I have to change. Now let's write the logic first. This time actually original logic was lengthy. This time it's very simple. Get the value of slider and put in text box. So how to call the text box? First we have to write on change na dollar hash. What is it? Range amount. Am I right? Range amount uses an event called change. On change, what to do? On change, what to do is we have to just access and display inside text box. How to access the text box? Txt amount dot what value is equal to, we have to get it from where? Hash range amount dot val. That's it. That's what we have to do. Now, similarly, another one, dollar hash dollar hash. What is next one? Range years, years or year? Years. Range years. We have to get into txt years. Range years dot what? Change. When it changes, what to do? Dollar hash txt years dot value. It should be what? Hash. What is it? Range years dot what? Value. That's it. One more I will copy. One more is range rate change. Txt rate. Range rate dot what? Value. Okay. Now you see here in this, when I am moving the slider, it should get that and show. So that is working fine. This close. Okay. You can see years it is changing now. And interest rate also it is changing. On calculate click logic. Acha, this is JS example. We need JQuery example. Fine. In JQuery example, it is working fine. See now, I am moving, it should get that. And here I am moving, it should get that. I am moving, it should get that. Now on calculate logic is not written. We have to write. What is that? Dollar hash. What is it? BTN calculate dot what? Click. On click, what to do? We have to write. Now here we have to collect interest rate, all these details. First, what is the formula? So P is principal amount now. How to get the amount? Parse int. What is it? Dollar hash. What is it? TXT amount dot what? Val. It will get the amount value and convert. Principal amount. Okay. What is next one? We have n. N is number of periods now. That means what we have to do again. Parse int. What we have to do? Dollar hash. What is it? TXT what? Years dot what? Value by 12 by this is not 12 into 12 na? Into 12 because it is years is a number 3 into 12, 2 into 12. Okay, what else? R interest rate na? What is it? Parcent. So not parcent. This is parse float. Okay, what it is? Dollar hash txt what? Rate dot val by 12 by 100. We have to calculate. Now what is EMI formula? We already have EMI formula na? I will go to EMI formula. This is EMI formula. I will copy the EMI formula. I will paste that EMI formula here. This will be P R. So 1 plus R to the power of n, 1 plus R to the power of n minus 1. So this is actually E, or you can say EMI. So where to display the EMI result? We need to display the EMI result inside LBL result. So we need to access dollar hash. What is it? Result. LBL result dot what? HTML. Here we will display your uh, loan amount, your installment amount, your installment amount is. So we will put EMI for next how many? We will have n for next n months. Am I right? That's the message. And you know, this has to be, what is it? Math dot what? Round, that EMI. We are using that. And you also have to local string and all ampersand hash 87 semis 8377 semicolon. Actually, you can use two local string and you can see now I am selecting the loan amount. I am selecting the years. I am selecting interest rate on calculate. It should get, oh, some problem. What is problem? So on calculate click, it's not working. Some problem is calculate button don't have idea. This button don't have an ID. ID is what? Calculate. Huh? Yeah. BTN calculate is the ID. Fine. Now I'm selecting the amount here. So years, interest rate, and calculate it should get the 10 show. How to display we already know. Actually, you saw the website HDFC Bank and all are jQuery only. 90% all are jQuery. Now recently everybody is migrating from jQuery to React. They are converting jQuery to React or Angular. 99% all whatever you see on web is jQuery actually. Now it is transforming. Every 100% everybody is transforming from jQuery to React or jQuery to Angular or jQuery to Vue. So the old projects, whatever they are using, they are implementing jQuery. Now they are asking their new learners or experienced people that you please migrate from jQuery to React. That means we need to convert everything here. If you are following our EMI calculator, HDFC bank application from JavaScript, have you seen recently they have migrated, changed it? Have you observed? No? HDFC calculator we learned in JavaScript few months back, right? And you see now HDFC EMI calculator, the complete interface is changed now. Have you observed? It's completely changed now. The design was few months, 1 2 month back design it was. And now they changed. What do you think? They just did change. They just changed the concept of, they just changed the concept. You see, while changing itself, it will display. That means earlier they were using jQuery very much, but now they may transform into some other. You see, the routes are very clean now. That means they are implementing something like React or Angular. Earlier, lot of query string, right? Now it is little clear. That means they migrated. That means you saw one example changed from this to this, right? So that means all our now applications are migrating. Actually, when we designed EMI calculator, so that EMI calculator looked different like this, na? This was the EMI calculator when we designed it was like this. But now they changed it. That means what do you think? Just UI change? No, there might be some technology change also. It's not just UI, right? Just for UI, they don't take much priority. That means they will not say that this EMI calculator doesn't look beautiful, you design. Why? Because that doesn't matter for them. Work is important. So that means they might have changed the technology. So then this concept will be. So you try to recreate, you try to recreate the example. You try to recreate all JavaScript examples into jQuery. Now in jQuery, you have seen today how to use APIs, AJAX methods and all. Now in jQuery, we will learn one more concept, and that concept is you will understand how to use jQuery, jQuery UI, and we will learn about jQuery plugins, how to use the UI and plugins, how to work with them. That we'll see in next session. First you try this, that is enough. Why? Because so what you have created everything, if you can replace into jQuery, that's better. Now jQuery have UI. jQuery UI is nothing but it is same like Bootstrap. They have their own accordions, nav bars, but we don't prefer that much. But very old companies may be still using. So we will just take a look what those are, how they look like. Then we can understand the difference between Bootstrap, jQuery UI, and others also, how they work. I told you now, Bootstrap 5, earlier Bootstrap was using jQuery. Right from Bootstrap 5 onwards, we don't need to use jQuery explicitly, right? So earlier we have to use. Now jQuery have their own UI, how it works, that we'll see in next session. Okay, tomorrow we'll continue with that. Okay, right.